podcast, we answer all your key questions when it comes to buying and selling property in India. Welcome to the show. I'm Manisha Natarajan. Let's begin with a quick glance at the markets we're covering today. Bengaluru, JP Nagar in a budget of £1.5 crore. What are your top picks? We also have Noida Expressway covered in a budget of £1 crore. Well, it seems to be a sort of a premium luxury show. Market Mumbai Malad in a budget of 60 lakh rupees. That's pretty affordable in mid-house segment. Bengaluru Whitefield also in a budget of 50 to 60 lakh rupees. We have Hyderabad Kondapur covered in a budget, my God, of 1.5 crore rupees. Imagine where Hyderabad's reached now. Also, Greater Noida Extension, we have a hold or sell question on the project Ansal API. In Thane Badlapur as well, we have a hold or sell question on Meghna Montana. So along with an advice on whether you can hold or sell, you will also get the market dynamics of these two markets. On our Launchpad segment today, we'll also be joined by Niranjan Hiranandani, CMD of Hiranandani Group, for projects you can look at in Mumbai for both buying and investing. But of course, Sameer Jasuja joins me as always to give us the data and data-backed advice. Sameer, welcome. We've got our first caller, so let's bring him on. There's Manan Dhulia on the phone line from Bengaluru. Hi, Manan. Go ahead with your question.
Hi, Manisha. I've been an ardent watcher of your show, and thank you for featuring me on this.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, so my question first is this: I'm looking for a property around 1.5 crore in JP Nagar area. So I wanted to know the price trends over the past 3 to 5 years in JP Nagar. Okay. Coming to the specific property of Shriram Group, the Southern Crest. So it is almost at a foundation level, and the possession is about at December 2021. So I wanted to ask what will be the appreciation that I would be looking at if I invest in this property right now. Okay. And since they are charging a premium than the other properties available in that area,
whether it's worth going for it or not. All right, fair enough. So you've already shortlisted a property. And Manan, this is purely for investment, or you're likely to live here as well?
No, I would likely to live here.
So it's a property to live in, and of course everyone wants an appreciation in property if they're looking to commit 1.5 crore rupees. Sameer, what's your take on Bengaluru, JP Nagar and the project per se?
So first of all, let's talk about the micro market. We like the micro market a fair bit. It's quite well established in southern Bangalore with decent physical and social infrastructure. We give it a rating of 7. This is one of the micro markets that has appreciated by about 4.5% on a year-on-year basis consistently. So today, the weighted average price of under construction property stands at about 6,500 rupees a square foot, and prices of luxury properties stands at about 7,500 rupees a square foot, which are ready. Very important to look at these two price points when you're making that decision with respect to Southern Crest. This project is an under construction property trading at around 7,000 rupees a square foot. So if you look at it, by the time it gets ready, it should be between 7,500 to 8,000 rupees a square foot, because it's a luxury property, and that's the going rate at this point in time for ready properties that are in the luxury segment. We've got 2 more properties shortlisted. You may want to consider them as well. Mahavir Sitara by Mahavir Ready Structures. This is priced at around 7,050, getting ready in 2020. And lastly, we have Coronation Square by Purvankara. This project is already at 7,500 rupees a square feet, but this property is getting ready next year. So you have a sense of the kind of pricing when properties get ready and what kind of prices they trade at. So from our side, you can go ahead with Southern Crest. It'll appreciate surely, and it's a good developer. It's one of the best developers in Bangalore. So you will have no problem in a limited appreciation, and you'll have a good property to stay in.
All right, so here's the verdict. I'm actually quite happy to see that JP Nagar has actually given almost 4% returns in the last couple of years in a market which has been very flat. So Manan, it's a good market for you. 7 location rating is rare for most markets in India, especially new markets. This one is of course not a very new market, so it gets a better rating. Southern Crest by Shriram Properties is a go-ahead. There's also Mahavir Sitara by Mahavir Ready Structures and Coronation Square by Purvankara. So take your pick. pick. It's always good to have some choices. We have this email now, and we're going to take this one. Ajit Kumar has sent us this email. He says, I would like to buy a 3-bedroom apartment in Noida Expressway. I'm looking at the upcoming Jewar Airport. Budget is 1 crore. I want to buy a 3-bedroom flat. I've selected ATS Picturesque in Sector 152. This is for an investment. What's your view on this project and Noida real estate market? Sameer, in fact, Jewar has brought back a lot of investor excitement back into Noida Expressway market. People are going around looking at even Yamuna Expressway now saying, hey, look, this is going to be the next Gurgaon. Let's catch this early wave. Would you agree that this is a good time to look at Noida? Especially Expressway. I wouldn't say Noida, Expressway.
I was just having a discussion with my friend on Noida, who's about to launch a project in the next couple of months, and we had this big debate. So let me share with you with respect to what I feel about Noida. I think from an end user point of view, it's a fantastic market. It's the most affordable micro market with the kind of infrastructure that is there in Noida. In any city, I would say, with price to infrastructure to livability, especially the expressway, since Manisha is talking about it. But our country is now really determined by demand and supply scenarios, and we are witnessing a huge oversupply in the Noida market. We have 80,000 units that have got ready in the last 8 years. We have about 60,000 units that are stuck in Noida, which have to be delivered, and another 45,000 in Noida extension. So we're talking about a lakh and 5 units coming up in the next 2 to 3 years, because some resolution has to happen with these projects where structures are already standing. So as far as appreciation is concerned, I don't think appreciation is going to be witnessed in Noida for a long time to come. As far as Sector 150 goes, from an end-use point of view, it's one of the most well-planned sectors. Some of the best developers have launched their projects there, whether it's a Tata, Godrej, or an ATS for that matter, who's one of the most reputed builders out of Noida. So it's a project of the future. It's a project which should be lived in. It will be high quality, but please, I don't think appreciation is going to be possible there for a long time to come. Coming to the specific micro market, location rating is 6 because of the great master planning, good location on the expressway, but it's touching Greater Noida, so it's the farthest end of the Noida expressway. Keep that in mind. ATS, you can go ahead with. It's got a decent price point at 4,800 rupees a square foot today. Sector 152, Karnam Greens is the second recommendation by Sikka Group. This is getting ready next year, again trading at 4,800 rupees a square foot. And lastly, we have Gulshan Botnia by Gulshan Homes, between 46 and 4,700 rupees, getting ready in 2020, Sector 144. So what we've tried to do is that we've also given you 2 projects which are 10 kilometers before Sector 150. So should you want to consider really livable sectors as we speak today, and the price points matching that of Sector 150, you should definitely look at them as well.
But you've rated, supply rating is under supply. So this is a bit of a disconnect with saying
Manisha,
there is an
really
oversupply because of just the expressway.
I'll answer that question to you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, when we are talking about undersupply, we are talking about ready properties.
Okay.
Now, ready properties of Noida Expressway towards Greater Noida have very limited supply at this point in time. But that doesn't really mean that the under construction supply is not going to create a situation of oversupply in the near future.
Fair enough.
As we speak today, it is undersupplied with respect to ready options.
Sure enough. So here are the 3 options. Ajit, ATS Picturesque gets a go-ahead. Very good developer, very good project. Karnam Greens too, if you're looking at more livable sectors and earlier in the expressway or the early stretch of expressway. There's also Gulshan Botan by Gulshan Homes. All right. We've got Pankaj Srivastav on the line now. Pankaj, hi. Go ahead with your question.
Yeah, hi. I'm looking for a property in Mumbai under 60 lakhs. I reside at Sakinaka, and my future home should be good in connectivity since my office is in Goregaon. So can you please suggest me a good property there?
Okay, so Mumbai with good connectivity to Goregaon. Sameer, I mean, monsoons has really shown why you need to be close and well connected to your office space. Otherwise, you could take 4 hours to reach back your home or the other way around. So where do we recommend some properties for him, for Pankaj?
First of all, I'd like to recommend for Mumbai that they should start having a work from home culture. The roads are too narrow and there is just too much traffic out there. I was in San Francisco 2 months back, and over there only 4 days working now, and Friday is complete work from home culture. So I think Bombay should adopt that soon as well. Coming to your shortlisted micro market that we think is right for you is Malad. It's got fantastic infrastructure. It's an old secondary market. It's got a lot of employment generation that's happening there. The connectivity through the expressway and the flyovers getting made right now. So another year or two, things will look much better from connectivity to Goregaon. Is the right micro market for you, keeping connectivity, social infrastructure and budget in mind. It's adequately supplied. It's got a location rating of 7. Coming to the choices over there, Malwani Asha Javer by Malwani Builders. This is 19 to 20,000 rupees a square foot on carpet area. Project has been ready since last year. It's available in the resale market. Then you have Sunrise Orlim by Dhaval Developers. This project is on carpet at 23,000. Ready next year. It's available with the developer. And lastly, we have Omkar 2 by Molly Sai Developers in Malad East. So the first 2 projects were in Malad West, between 22 and 23,000 rupees a square foot. Getting ready this year itself, sold out, available in the resale market. Manisha, just look at the sizes of the flats. They range between 221 to 300 square feet on carpet area. That's Mumbai for you. Prices really have not come down in Mumbai. It's the sizes that have dropped, and that's why prices look affordable. So that's what I'd like to say about Mumbai. There's such a big demand-supply mismatch favoring demand there that it's a very safe bet anytime you buy there.
Well, safe bet, but how many people can really afford it, Samir? I mean, 300 square feet is like the house just starts and ends, isn't it? You just get in and it's over. Anyway, but that's what Mumbaikars will have to get used to.
The whole of Mumbai is Manhattan today.
Yeah.
That's the sizes you get in Manhattan.
Well, but you don't get Manhattan amenities. Well, let's not delve on that topic anymore. It's a larger debate. Malad 60 lakhs, top projects, Malwani Asha Jeevan, the Sunrise Orlim and Omkar 2. Time now for Launchpad, a segment where we bring you face-to-face with reputed developers to talk about some of the key housing projects which are currently on offer for both investors and home buyers. With us today, Niranjan Hiranandani, who's the CMD of Hiranandani Group. So good to have you with us on FTHP. Let me start with asking what the company's track record has been so far, sir.
The last 3 years, we have done 55 buildings with occupation certificates, both in Powai and Thane. That's some sort of a track record besides the commercial businesses that we have done in the case of TCS, which is one of the records in this country. Today, I think we do a lot of launches, but we also have a large number of buildings with occupation certificates and ready to buy.
All right, sir. So for our viewers, home buyers specifically, could you run us through three key ongoing projects and, what price range are they in and what are some of the key USPs of each of these projects, sir?
In Powai, we have a building with called Atlantis with 2-bedroom, which is with occupation certificate, no GSTs, which comes to a little over 2 crores of rupees in terms of consolidation prices to start with. In the case of Thane, we have an excellent product, which is One Hiranandani Park, which ranges right from 1 bedroom to 4 bedrooms, which is from 1 crore, a little above 1 crore of rupees onwards that we have. All these products are super luxury that we are talking about. That is something extraordinary. You have to see to believe the kind of products that we have created, both in the case of Powai and Thane. And the third, of course, we have Panvel, where we have 8 buildings coming ready for occupation before the end of the year. And those buildings have got an extraordinary charm in them, again ranging right from 1 bedroom to 3 bedroom apartments that we have, where the 1 bedroom coming in the range of about 35 lakhs of rupees onwards. So different price ranges, different products, but all super luxury in terms of a Hiranandani product.
Very quickly, if you were to describe your brand in 3 words, only 3 words.
I think quality, trust, and super brand, which really gives you a position wherein you are the #1 location in the city.
Okay. Your favorite project? And of course, every developer I've spoken to finds it very hard to pick one, but I'm sure you can, sir.
My next project is always the most favorite. So the oncoming we are going to start a kind of a resort township in Alibag, which I'm excited about, with 9 hotels, jetty, a wetland park, and a kind of a resort at Alibag just across the harbor. That's the next excitement which is on the drawing board. Still not opened out, except for some few bungalows, villas that we are doing. But that's the next exciting project that I'm working on.
All right, so thank you very much for joining us and taking us through those projects. So that's Hira Nandani for you, one of the marquee names in Mumbai, talking about projects which range from 45 lakh rupees going right up to 7 crores. But of course, the location and the configuration changes. Let's slip into a short break. Remember, our email ID is as simple as home@nw18.com. In case you need data-backed advice on your property transactions, do drop us a mail.